The stars shimmered above the silent planet of Aurelian, a world ruled by the proud and mighty alien queen. Cerathia, her daughters, Princess Lyra and Princess Vela, were the jewels of her empire, beautiful, strong, and gifted with telepathic powers, but one night everything changed. Without warning, both daughters disappeared. No trace, no signal, no sound. The royal guards searched every moon, every ship, and every shadow in space. Panic spread across the empire like wildfire. The queen's scream echoed through the palace halls as if the universe itself felt her pain. In the control chambers, the High Council gathered. Ancient beings with glowing eyes, they whispered that the humans must be responsible. Humanity, the newest species in the Galactic Alliance, often seen as weak, emotional, and chaotic, but unpredictable. Find them, the queen commanded, her voice trembling between rage and sorrow. Bring my daughters back, and if the humans are involved, burn their world to ashes. Far away on the blue planet Earth, Captain Aaron Vale woke up from a strange dream. In it, he saw two alien girls running through fire, calling for help. His heart pounded. He didn't know why, but it felt real, too real. He rubbed his eyes, looked at the stars outside his window, and whispered, "What was that?" That same night, deep in the woods near an old military base, strange lights appeared. Two figures stumbled out of a tear in the air. Their skin glowed faintly silver, and their eyes filled with fear. They collapsed onto the ground, whispering one word before falling unconscious: human. The next morning, Captain Vale received a classified order. A mysterious crash site had been discovered. The coordinates matched the same place he had seen in his dream. When he arrived, the trees were burned and the air smelled of ozone. His soldiers surrounded the area with scanners. "Sir," one of them said, pointing to the crater, "we found people, but they're not human." Vale stepped closer, and when he saw them, his breath froze. Two young alien women, injured, terrified, clinging tightly to each other. He knelt beside them, feeling an odd pull in his chest. "You're safe now," he said softly. Even though he didn't know who they were, the elder sister, Lyra, weakly reached out and touched his face. "Help us. Please, the darkness is coming," she whispered before fainting again. Above Earth's orbit, something massive moved in the void. Alien warships scanning for traces of the missing princesses. The Queen's wrath had been unleashed, and humanity didn't yet know. They were now at the center of an intergalactic storm. The Queen believes humans kidnapped her daughters, but in truth her daughters are hiding on Earth, clinging to the very species their mother wants to destroy. The base was locked down by sunrise, no one in or out. Captain Aaron Vale stood by the medical bay window, watching as human doctors tried to understand the strange physiology of the two alien girls. Their blood shimmered faintly like liquid light, and every machine around them flickered with static whenever they moved. The older one, Lyra, began to wake first. She looked around in confusion, then at Vale, her eyes wide with fear and something deeper. "You helped us?" she asked weakly, her voice echoing faintly in his mind. It wasn't just sound, it was telepathic. He nodded slowly, unsure how to answer. "You're safe now," he said. Vela, the younger sister, clung to her sister's arm. "We shouldn't be here," she whispered. "Mother will come." Vale frowned. "Your mother? Who is she?" Lyra's gaze darkened. "The Queen of Aurelian," she said. "And if she thinks humans took us, she'll destroy your world." In orbit, fleets were already gathering, golden ships shaped like wings of fire. The Queen's voice roared through her command channels. "Find my daughters. The humans will pay if they are harmed." Her advisors tried to calm her, but her grief was too strong. She ordered full mobilization. The galaxy trembled. Back on Earth, the government had detected multiple unidentified energy readings near the planet's atmosphere. Global defense networks went on alert. Satellite feeds showed something massive moving beyond the moon, but no one understood what it was. Vale stood in front of the generals, trying to explain what he had seen. "They're not hostile, they're terrified. Whatever's chasing them isn't us." The generals exchanged uneasy looks. "Captain, we can't risk it if aliens think we've kidnapped royalty. They'll attack Earth." Meanwhile, Lyra and Vela hid in the base's lower level. They could feel their mother's telepathic pulse searching across the void. It was like thunder in their minds, Vela cried quietly. "She'll find us," but Lyra shook her head. "Not if he helps us." She looked up as Vale entered. Carrying food, he sat near them, voice calm. "You need to tell me what's happening. Who's chasing you?" Lyra hesitated, then whispered, "The Dark Order, creatures from beyond the stars." They wanted to use us to control our mother's power, but we escaped. We thought we were safe. Until now, before Vale could respond, alarms blared across the base. The sky above them turned red as unknown ships appeared in the upper atmosphere. Soldiers ran, shouting, "Incoming! Multiple contacts!" Vale looked at Lyra, whose eyes glowed bright silver. "They found us," she said. The Queen's fleet had arrived, ready for war. Humanity stands on the edge of first contact turned catastrophe. The Queen believes her daughters are prisoners, and Captain Vale is trapped between saving the princesses and stopping a war that could end Earth. The sky above Earth burned red. Cities across the world stared upward as hundreds of glowing ships appeared through the clouds. They didn't send words, they sent power, lightning-like beams that shimmered across the atmosphere. Humanity had never seen anything like it. Captain Aaron Vale stood on the command deck of the Earth Defense Station, his heart racing. "We're trying to contact them, sir." "No response," a voice said from behind him. "They're charging weapons," another shouted. The Queen's fleet was descending, unstoppable, inside the base. Lyra and Vela could feel it, their mother's fury, her voice echoing through their minds like thunder. "My daughters, where are you?" "Who took you?" Lyra winced, holding her head, tears in her eyes. "She thinks humans did this." "She won't listen," Vale entered, his face pale. "Your mother's here," he said, "and if we don't stop this, millions will die." Lyra looked at him, trembling. "If she attacks, she'll destroy you all," Vela whispered. "But if she finds us, she'll never believe we came willingly." "Then we show her," Vale said firmly. "We make her see the truth." Moments later, explosions echoed outside. Earth's defense drones fired missiles into the upper sky. The alien ships returned fire. Energy blasts split clouds apart, entire cities lost power. Humanity fought back with everything it had, but their weapons were useless against the alien shields. Vale stared at the screens, desperate. "We can't win like this," he said, his mind racing. "If I could talk to her." "You'll die before she listens," Lyra said, stepping forward, her eyes glowing faintly. "But if I go with you, maybe she will." Together they boarded a stealth shuttle, its engines silent as it climbed toward the heavens. Earth's sky looked like a battlefield of light, debris falling like fire rain. Inside the ship, Lyra sat quietly, staring out the window. "You're not afraid?" she asked. Vale smiled faintly. "Of course I am, but I'm human." We moved forward anyway. The alien flagship loomed ahead, larger than any human city, golden armor reflecting the starlight. As the shuttle approached, massive cannons turned toward them. Vale sent a signal of peace, no weapons, no shields, only a single message. "We want to talk," inside the throne chamber of light. Queen Serathia stood, her presence powerful, her aura shaking the air itself. When the shuttle landed, she raised her hand, ready to strike. "How dare you bring my daughters to this cursed world," she thundered, her eyes burning. But then a soft voice cut through the storm. "Mother, stop!" Lyra stepped forward, her silver hair glowing. "It wasn't them. They saved us," the Queen froze, disbelief written on her face. "Saved you? From what?" Before anyone could answer, the ship's alarms screamed outside. New ships appeared, black and red, sharp like blades, not of the Queen's army. Not human either. Lyra's eyes widened in horror. "The Dark Order, they found us again." The Queen turned to Vale, realization striking her like lightning. "You were not the enemy," she whispered. "You were the shield." Vale nodded once, gripping his blaster. "Then let's fight together." The Queen and the human captain must now stand side by side as a new, far greater enemy arrives, the true kidnappers of the princesses, beings powerful enough to threaten both humanity and the alien empire. The Queen's throne ship trembled as the first blasts from the Dark Order struck its hull. The impact sent waves of energy through the corridors. Alarms echoed in every direction. And for the first time in centuries, the mighty Queen Serathia felt fear outside. The stars turned red as hundreds of enemy ships emerged from the rift, their design twisted and alive like machines made of shadows. Their weapons drained light itself wherever their beams struck. The vacuum of space swallowed everything. Captain Aaron Vale watched the chaos unfold from the control bridge. "Those things aren't here to talk," he said, his voice steady. "They're here to erase everything." The Queen looked at him, her eyes glowing bright with fury. "Then they'll learn what happens when a mother fights," she said, her voice like thunder. Lyra and Vela stood behind her, the younger sister trembling. They're after us. They need our power to open the gate fully, she whispered. Vale frowned. What gate? Lyra turned toward him. The gate beyond stars. If they open it, no world will survive. The Queen extended her arm, her energy forming golden shields around her ships. Human captain, can your world fight? She asked. Vale smiled slightly. You'll see. Moments later, Earth's defense networks went online. Every satellite, every rail cannon, every ship they had left joined the battle. The human fleet rose like sparks against the night, small, fragile, yet burning with defiance. The Dark Order fired again, tearing through half of the Queen's forward ships. Explosions lit the void, but humanity didn't retreat. Instead, Vale commanded his fleet, aim for their cores. Synchronize fire, his voice echoed through the comms on the Queen's screen. Golden eyes widened as hundreds of small human ships dived straight into the enemy formation, not for escape, but to fight. No shields, no fear, just courage. They're insane, one alien commander gasped. No, the Queen whispered. They're human. Lyra felt something stir within her. A strange light awakening as she watched humans sacrifice themselves to protect her and her sister. She stepped forward, her eyes blazing. Mother, I can link with them. Amplify their energy, the Queen hesitated. It's too dangerous, Lyra shook her head. If I don't, we'll lose everything. Vale looked at her. Nodding. Do it, we trust you, he said. She closed her eyes, her power flowed through the fleet like fire, connecting every human heart. Every ship, every soul, engines roared brighter, weapons charged stronger, and for the first time, human technology sang with alien power. The next wave of fire shattered the Dark Order's front line. Their ships screamed as they burned in the void. Humanity and Aurelian fought side by side, light against shadow, will against fear. But as the battle raged, a massive shape began to form in the rift, darker than night, larger than any ship ever built. Vela's voice broke the silence. It's the Harbinger, she whispered, the one who commands them all. Vale looked at the Queen, sweat running down his face. Then we finish this together, he said. For your daughters, for our world. The Queen extended her hand, and for the first time in history, a human and an alien monarch clasped hands in unity. As the Harbinger rose from the abyss, ready to consume them all, humanity and the alien empire now stand united. But the arrival of the Harbinger, the true enemy, threatens to end both their worlds, and the final battle for survival is about to begin. The void trembled as the Harbinger rose from the rift. Its body was not made of metal or flesh. It was a storm of darkness, an ancient being that fed on fear. Each movement bent space itself. Its voice echoed through every mind. All light will fade. All life will serve. The Queen's fleet fired everything they had, beams of gold and energy blazing across the void. But the Harbinger absorbed it all, like rain falling into an endless sea. Our weapons do nothing, shouted one commander, panic spreading through the channels. Captain Aaron Vale stood at the center of the human command ship, his eyes fixed on the growing shadow. We can't kill what's not alive, he whispered, but maybe we can stop it another way. Lyra and Vela stepped beside him, their hands glowing with silver fire. The Harbinger consumes energy, Lyra said, but if we turn life itself into light, if we combine human will with our essence, it might break him. Vale looked at her, shocked. That could kill you, she smiled softly. If it saves everyone, it's worth it. The Queen turned, her voice trembling for the first time. No, you are my daughters. You are my world. Lyra took her hand gently. And humanity is ours now too. Vale gave the final order. All ships, fall back and link to the main channel. Connect every mind, every heart, every soul, one by one. The human fleet joined. The aliens followed. A wave of unity spreading like light through darkness. Lyra closed her eyes, reaching deep into the collective of human emotion. She felt fear, pain, courage, and love. She felt humanity's heartbeat echo through the stars. Now, she whispered and unleashed it. The darkness screamed. The Harbinger's body cracked as streams of light burst through it, each one carrying human memories of families, laughter, tears, dreams, everything that made them alive. Vale shouted over the roaring energy. This is who we are. We fight for life, not power. The Harbinger tried to resist, but the light consumed him. The stars turned white, and for one blinding moment the galaxy itself held its breath, then silence. When the light faded, the Harbinger was gone, the rift sealed, and the fleets floated quietly in the calm void. Vale blinked, his ship damaged but alive. "We did it," he whispered. On the bridge of the Queen's flagship, Sarathia held her daughters close, tears in her eyes. "You saved us all," she said softly. Lyra smiled weakly. "No, Mother. Humanity did, days later." The Queen stood before the Galactic Council, her voice steady. "From this day forward, humanity shall not be called weak," she declared. They stood when even gods trembled, and proved that courage is the greatest power in the universe. Captain Vale stood silently beside her. The two species united not by treaties but by sacrifice, and far beyond, in the endless night of space, the stars burned a little brighter, as if the universe itself remembered what humanity had done. The legend of humanity spread through every world, the story of the day when two lost daughters found hope among humans, and the galaxy learned that even in the face of darkness, humanity never surrenders.